Howdy strangers, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the HK416 A3, the newest gun added to BRM5, as at least as the time I'm recording this. And I gotta admit, I got some mixed feelings. It's another HK416, and I already have some harsh feelings about the A5 being in this game because they've pretty much dominated the meta ever since they've been added to the game. And so far I already feel like this one's not going to be much different. But you know what? It's okay. I'm glad to have a new gun in the game. I think there's a guy right behind me, but I'm not going to turn around. Oh, it's my teammate. Okay, let's see. Anyways, so far, HK416 A3, I get a feeling it's going to be a good gun. It's hard not to. It's an AR platform style gun. They're always really good, and, you know, the HK416, like I said, it's been hard meta. I know my commentary's a little awkward. I'm trying to clutch up here. Okay, that's an ace on the very first round of using this gun. If that does not prove my point that this gun's gonna be good, I don't know what will. It's an HK, man. Dude, did we really need a second one of these? Look, I know I've already done my whole spiel before about we have like variants of guns that I feel like we already have in this game, and so far I already feel like the HK416 A3, you know, we already have this gun with the A5, but you know what? I've already done the whole spiel. I'm not gonna do it again. Now, it's probably the way that I have my HK set up right now, but I feel like it's got more recoil than I expected it to have. Oh, he just laying down. Okay, that was smart. He actually kind of threw me off with that. But yeah, I feel like it has more recoil than I think it would for an HK. But I also haven't used the HK, or the A5. I haven't used the A5 in a long time, so might as well go ahead and throw this out there. If you're going to be using the A3, I would highly recommend using extended barrel because it gives you a 2-shot to the torso and a 5-shot to limbs. Just run it. You know, it's just a direct upgrade pretty much to your gun. Maybe you get a little bit more weight, but 2-shotting torso and 5-shotting limbs is such a massive buff. Anyways, New York City will hopefully be a good match. I kind of want to go down long over here, but I don't think that may be a good idea. Never mind, I can just make it work. I forgot. Yeah, I can just make it work. Oh wait, there's a guy down there? Wait, another ace? Hold on. No! Oh, I got hit by a HK. I can't even be mad. I knew he was down there. I should have had my gun up and ready, but I didn't. Honestly, I got taken out by a HK, so I can't complain too much, you know? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this boxy sight I have is very good. I feel like it's I do like the optic, but I feel like it's taking up a lot of my screen. Yeah, he is. There we go. Not bad. So far, we're going 6-1, which is pretty good. Can't complain about that performance. So yeah, so far, just from having like, what, 2 games under my belt now, it's a good gun. Are we really that surprised? It's an HK. It's good. Whatever. So I was looking through some of my old BRM5 gun videos that I had made, and I was seeing which guns I had covered and which ones I hadn't, and kind of see, you know, make sure I don't kind of like just double up on a gun I've already talked about before in a video, which, you know, is going to happen eventually, but, you know, just trying to make sure it doesn't happen sooner than it needs to, right? And so I was going back, and I was like, you know what, it could be fun, because it's been like 4 years since I pretty much started this series. It could be fun to kind of like go back and, you know, see which gun I made a video on first, and then, you know, recover it. The first gun I made my video on was the AA-12, and the second one I made it on... once again, I knew there was going to be a guy there, and I put my gun down. So the first gun that I made a video on in my BRM5 weapon video series was the AA-12. Now, I'm sure a lot of people don't recognize the AA-12 or remember it being this game, and that's because it got removed a while ago. So, rip AA-12, can't make a video on that again, and so I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll do the second one. Once again, I should have had my gun up. I knew there was going to be a guy there, and I just ran at him. I'm still going 9-4, so I'm playing well, but it's like, man, foolish mistakes. Anyways, I was going to make the video on the second gun I covered, and that gun was the AUG-A1, which, once again, as you might be able to imagine, that also got removed from the game. And so I think that's the thing that just annoys me so much, is that we remove like actually unique variants or like unique weapons like the AA-12 and the AUG-1, except we just can put down like basically the exact same HK416 in the game with identical stats and call it a day. It's like, what is the point of having... I knew I wasn't gonna go on this rant. I said I wasn't gonna go on this rant. I'm not doing it. I'm not rage baiting myself into going in my own rant. Thank you to the dev team for making this model. Thank you to the dev team for adding new weapons. Thank you. I will no longer complain. Please do not take me out back and shoot me. Actually, I do kind of have to like gas up the dev team because apparently they're going to be doing a PvP update soon, and we haven't got one in like 2 years. So I need to stop complaining before they just be like, actually, Taco ruined it for everybody else. He would not stop complaining, so we canceled the update. I'm looking very much at the PvP update. I hope it will be good and will not disappoint. So far from what I've seen is we're getting 2 new PvP maps. New in quotations, because one's new, the other one is a remaster of an old map. So hey, once again, if we're adding back old content, you know, AUG-1 makes a return, AA-12 makes a return, think about it. Think about it. Bring it back. Anyways. The remastered map is going to be Lookout, which was an old cabin map that I'm sure a lot of BRM5 veterans would know. It wasn't a great map, but it was a fun one. So, we'll see how the remaster kind of does and how the revamp does. And the other one's just completely new. I don't know what it seems like it's based off of, like, Aztec temples. Could be wrong. I don't really know all my ancient civilization stuff that well, so I could be wrong about that. But it seems like it's kind of like a Mayan inspiration a little bit behind it. So... it could be neat. Oh yeah, and while I'm thinking about it, besides the 2 new PvP maps, maybe there's more, I think it's just the 2, I could be wrong. Besides that, we're also getting 10v10 deathmatch, it seems like. So that's gonna be fun, I think. That could be like a very fun thing to try out. I don't know how much I'll like actually consistently play that game mode, but I do think it could be a fun experience, and you know, we'll definitely cover it. There was 4 people! I stopped shooting because I thought there was only 3. Anyways. I'm looking forward to the deathmatch game mode. I think that'll be enjoyable. And while I'm thinking about it, AA-12 and AUG-1, bring those back through zombies. If we can add a revolver through zombies, and we can bring back, or sorry, not bring back, we can add like an operator 1911, we can bring back the AUG-1 and the AA-12. The AUG-1 you actually got by completing, like being a part of like zombies in 2020. So bringing the AUG-1 back through zombies like modern day, I don't know, could be kind of neat. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Do we agree? I can't see anything with this optic, by the way. It's like, its frame is so boxy that it just blocks out enemies whenever I'm ADS. Anyways, I'm very interested to see how many people actually remember Lookout being in this game. If anyone's watching this video and they were there whenever like Lookout was a map, like initially, I don't know, comment. I don't know how to do this. I don't know, comment on my video and be like, yo, I was there. Or something. Okay. I'm playing so bad. I need to focus. So far, I gotta say, the HK416, the A3. I'm just gonna start calling it the A3 and the A5. The A3 is alright. I don't mind it. It's not gonna be a gun I'm gonna be coming back to very often, though. I gotta admit, I don't think this is like a favorite of mine by any means. But I don't think it's bad. It's just kind of decent. And like I may have said before, it's been a long time since I've used an HK. So like, I don't know if this is how the A5 performs. I could be wrong. I always remember that the A5 was like really strong. So, but I haven't used it in such a long time that maybe the HK416 meta is not as much of a thing. I know some people were saying it got nerfed, but I don't know how heavily. It still feels pretty good. So, even if that HK's got nerfed, I still feel like they're doing pretty good. And I would still rate them maybe A tier, maybe low A, high B. I think it's pretty average nowadays. I think I would probably take an M4A1 at this point. But that might just be because my build isn't very good, so the recoil feels a little bit harsh. Or it's a little bit harsher than I would want it to be. You know what would be actually really cool? Is if the New York City PvP map was on the Zombies map. Because the Zombies map takes place in New York City. Now, I'm sure there's already, like, some reused assets. Okay, that was actually pretty good. For a distant shot, that was pretty good. Anyways, I think it'd be kind of cool to actually see the Zombies map. Or, like, the Zombies map include the PvP map. Like, that little garage section, boom. Let me have that, like, be on the map. Let me cut through that route. Let the Bethany be in zombies. Let me go like clear through this building. And maybe it actually already is. That'd be really cool. If actually this entire like map was already on the zombies map and I just haven't paid attention. There's a lot of it I have not explored yet. But maybe it'd be a cool little callback and be like, oh look. Well, I guess it wouldn't make sense now, would it? Now that I'm thinking about it, because like I don't know all the lore. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna shut up. Maybe it wouldn't make sense because if this map, the PvP map was in zombies, then it's like, well, why is the PvP map not overrun by zombies? Why is it not all dark and gloomy? Why is there not trash everywhere? Anyways, oops, I kind of forgot that New York City, this PvP map's not like an alternate reality. Is it? I don't know what's going on. I don't know the lore implications of PvP. I don't know how this all works, you know. I'm just a BRM5 YouTuber. I just spread misinformation, you know. I don't have to do much. Going 5-1. It's not bad. It's not tremendous, but it's not bad. First of all, heck yeah, Office. Second of all, one thing I noticed when I was comparing the stats, because like I said, I was like, I don't understand what the difference is between these two guns. The A3, the gun I'm using right now, has a slower reload than the A5. That is the only difference stat-wise between them. So I guess technically the A5 is better because it just has a faster reload, but it's like... I don't get it. Am I just... That's your teammate, buddy. Anyways, it's like... Whatever. I don't know. You know, I'm just having a hard time justifying why we have two of the exact same guns in the game. And then they're like, you know what? Taco's right. We made identical guns and we put them in the game. How about we change the reload speed so he's technically wrong? Whatever, you know. Okay, this optic's not half bad. Now, I am curious to know, once again, I want to know what your all's opinions are on the HK416 A3 being added to the game. Also, if someone can explain to me the difference between the A5 and the A3, please do. I am generally interested in learning, so it's not like... I don't mean to just hate on this gun this whole time. I'm glad it's in the game. I'd rather have more guns than not have, you know, any. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't mind it. But also, it's a little annoying because I feel like sometimes the dev time could be going to cooler looking guns or, you know, more unique options rather than AR platform number 400 and 307 something. What did I just say? I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me, okay? I don't know why anybody watches these videos. I just ramble. BRM5 devs are gonna be getting heated over me complaining about the guns, and then I just like garbled nonsense in my video. It's like, yeah, this is the guy you're trying to pick an argument with. How many people are there? I'm gonna hit that reload. Ain't no way I just cleared that. 7 and 2. Oh my god. I think I might have killed like all 5 of them there, but one was a kill assist, so technically that was a 4K. But I killed like almost all of them, I think, on that little staircase there. That's what I'm saying, is I feel like that little area right there is such a good position to hold. Like, genuinely, honest to God, this little staircase right here, you can just control so much of the map just by being in this one spot. But obviously, like, the one downside is that you have to cover so many angles just by being here. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a guy right there. So it's like, even though this little like sky bridge thing, I don't know what you would call it. Even though this little sky bridge thing is like really advantageous to be in, you gotta watch a lot of angles. But that also means you can cover so many angles. Boom! 11 and 2. Alright, yeah, this gun's good.